This is Ramblin' Rusty. Before I tell you about my adventure today, let me tell you about my van. It's a trusty van. It's a Sienna, and I can easily spot it because it has Rusty 43 on it. But I even made it more conspicuous because I mounted a flower up on the crossbeam. And now in a parking lot, I can see it from a distance and pick it out. And in fact, one day I had delivered my cart to the proper place where the carts go, and I went to get in the white van, and I sat down, and it wasn't my van. So now I hope I will be able to spot it better. But what you're going to see right now are some pictures around a place called Orkney Springs. Let me give you a little bit of the history about Orkney Springs. Major Peter Higgins laid out the town in 1808 with a common area surrounded by lots. Later archaeological research found relics of prior Native American use on this exact place. In January 1864, Major General Fitzhugh Lee's Confederate Cavalry and McNeil's partisan Rangers camped in Orkney Springs. The first public hotel was built in the early 19th century as tourists arrived to sample the healing waters. They really thought the extra iron in the water would help them. Those private hotels on the former Common Green consolidated to Orkney Springs Hotel. Most of the original buildings still stand and have been restored and are in use today. The Orkney Springs Hotel was listed on the National Registry of Historic Places in 1976, and its most current restoration finished in 1987. The Virginia House is believed to be the largest wooden structure in Virginia. It dates to the 1870s and is on the National Historic Register. The Maryland House dates to the middle 1850s, but it collapsed and was rebuilt after the Civil War. The Orkney Springs Hotel was owned privately until 1979, when it was purchased by the Episcopal Diocese of Virginia and be part of their retreat center called Shrine Mont. The Episcopal Church has offered services in town since the 19th century, has been a favorite retreat of the Bishop Robert Atkins Gibson from 1876 until his death in 1919. Bishop Gibson purchased a cottage in town he called Tanglewood and refitted an abandoned schoolhouse as a chapel. They became the heart of Shrine Mont. After his son-in-law, Edmund Lee Woodward, M.D., a former missionary to China, built another cottage, what became the diocese cathedral shrine of the Transfigurations, and donated them to the diocese. This was an open-air worship space built of native stone, was consecrated in August 6, 1925 by William Cadwell Brown. The retreat center continued to purchase buildings in town, including the hotel in 1979. Shrine Mont now hosts conferences and retreats, especially from March and November, as well as many multiple worship services are held in the cathedral on Sundays. Shrine Mont also hosts the annual Shenandoah Valley Music Festival from July until Labor Day. The rest of the pictures were taken going up to Shrine Mont. First thing is a rock wall. Who doesn't love a rock wall? Here's one of the first views we see of the shrine itself up here, there's a lot of little plaques around talking about it. There are some other real neat areas. There's a nice little clear little pond there with water lilies in the middle. We go around the outside of the mount, and you see the different views that I took of the area. They had a lot of the little plaques on there. The Lord is a blessing. And so it is very serene to be there. Here's some views of the chapel from sitting down and where the congregation would be sitting. Here's a wide-angle view, and there's a close-up view of the inner part where the sanctuary is. And walking around it, you come across and you see another door going in there. It's a very beautiful place. It's nice to go up there and sit. Here's the little, I think this is a schoolhouse, as we're converted into a little chapel, which is screened in and nice. Another view of it. And again, there's some of the trees I was going up. I think that's a chestnut oak. And there's a rotted stump there. It's hard to tell. I bet that's an old chestnut tree. Anyway, as you're leaving, it says, "Depart in peace." There had to be some naked ladies standing around.